everybody, Sick this here again to talk to you about what I bought and what I watched today. But before we get down to that, I'm sure I know what you're all thinking, and that is what is going on with my room. You see some movies probably piled up over here, there's no VHS tapes here, what's going on? I'm actually building some new shelves. I thought of a new way I could actually make some more room within my room, which is always a plus because I'm just slowly starting to run out of room. Even in this new library, it's starting to close up on me. I buy really quickly, so I need to make more room. And I thought of a good way to do that. The plan was to do kind of an unveiling of the new shelves, maybe around like Christmas time. I really want to have these done by Christmas, the week of Christmas. And I was going to do an unveiling of the new room and do a new tour, which I'm definitely going to do anyway. I'm certainly going to do a new tour video, but I don't know how I'm going to keep it a secret of what I'm doing, simply because I'm going to put new shelves all around the room, meaning that no matter what angle I shoot my videos from, you're going to see something. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll just drape some cloth over the new shelves. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe you'll just have to start looking in the background and get an idea of what's going on throughout the days. Maybe you'll just start to get an idea, and then eventually I'll do a tour. I have no idea. So that's why things are moved around. That's why a whole row of shelves right here is missing. They're actually all over in the other bedroom right now, just in storage. I am not going to use them anymore. Well, I mean, I might bring it back in, but for right now, I'm not using them. So, yes, definitely building some new shelves. I have a lot of building to do, especially if I want to have them done by Christmas. I need to build shelves again all around my room within the next 2 weeks. So, it might be... I'm not sure if it's a task I'm going to be able to do or not. I don't know. I am putting a lot of pressure on me to get these shelves built within 2 weeks. But I'm going to really try to get it done. I'm just going to work, as soon as I get home from work and all weekends, I'm just going to build. So it's definitely going to be fun. But as far as what I bought today, I actually headed out to Walmart and to a local thrift store where I picked up some great titles. So let's get down to it and take a look at everything I got. The first title I picked up today I grabbed from Walmart for only $5, and that was this Mill Creek 4-movie collection. This comes with Vertical Limit, Stealth, XXX State of the Union, and Simon Says. Now, the real reason why I wanted to grab this one was for Simon Says. I've been dying to see that movie in its entirety. I've only ever seen bits and pieces of that film. It stars Dennis Rodman and a very young Dane Cook. I can't wait to watch it, because if you guys know me by now, you know I love cheeseball movies, and I have no doubt that that is going to be one huge, big, giant ball of cheese, and I cannot wait to see it. Also, Vertical Limit's a movie I've wanted to see. I've heard decent things about that. I've been curious in checking that one out, so I'm glad I picked it up. As far as Stealth and XXX State of the Union go, I do already own them. But again, definitely want to pick this one up just for Simon Says, and I cannot wait to check it out. Then after Walmart, headed over to a local thrift store where I picked myself up 5 VHS tapes, all for 25 cents a piece. And the first two I grabbed were both Dragon Ball GT titles. I got Affliction and Incubation. Now, I'm very much new to the entire Dragon Ball series. I've only recently started watching some of the episodes. As I said many times before, I'm very new to anime. I've only started to get into it over the last few years. And I know Dragon Ball, all this different series are very popular, but for me, I only just started getting into it. But I've really liked what I've seen thus far, so for 25 cents a piece, definitely had to pick these two up. Then I picked up 3 music-related VHS tapes, and the first one was The Smiths, The Complete Picture. I love The Smiths. They are a great band. I've been a big fan of them for many years now, so I definitely want to pick this up. This comes with some of their great and their classic videos, so this should be a great watch. Then I picked up Cheech and Chong, Get Out of My Room, and this I had to grab. Love Cheech and Chong. This features some of their music videos. No doubt that that is going to be great. I've seen a few of these before. They're pretty... well, they're Cheech and Chong. I mean, take them for what they are. Some are better than others, but they are great videos, and I can't wait to sit down and check out this collection. Then I say what I personally feel is the best for last, and that was Video Flemloloquy. I guess that's how you pronounce that. This here is a Bio Records release. This has a ton of great videos on it, from people like Youth Brigade, Brand New Unit, Bouncing Souls, Automatic 7, Jughead's Revenge, SNFU, Hepcat. That is awesome. I'm a huge fan of punk and ska music, so this was an amazing buy. I cannot wait to check this out. I love all the bands on here. I'm going to have a blast watching all the videos, and also brand new, still factory sealed. So that's it for what I bought today, so now into what I watched. And today I checked out Christmas with the Kranks. This year for me is a holiday classic. Saw this one in the theaters years ago when it first came out, and after I watched it, I immediately knew that this would be a holiday classic, something I watch every single year, and something that I definitely consider a holiday movie that everybody should see, again, every single year. I love watching this. It's very funny. It's a great story all about the Kranks, whose daughter goes away for Christmas, and they decide, well, since our daughter's not going to be here, why don't we just go off and have a vacation? We'll go on a cruise. But in doing that, we're going to completely skip Christmas, which has its funny moments, and I understand why they went the direction they did in this movie, because it definitely set up some very funny moments. But what kind of bothers me about this is how some of it doesn't make sense in the fact that there are parts where I understand where the Kranks are trying to skip Christmas, and there are certain things they don't want to do. For instance, buying a tree. Okay, they're not going to be here for Christmas. There's really no reason to buy a Christmas tree. I get that. But it's other things like they don't buy a calendar from the policemen. There's no reason for that, just because they come around every Christmas and sell these calendars. They say, well, no, we're skipping all Christmas traditions altogether. There's no reason to buy this calendar. We don't need a calendar. Well, you're still going to be at home the rest of the year. You're still going to need a calendar. Why would you not support your policemen and buy their calendar like you do every single year? They're not going to throw a Christmas party. Okay, that obviously makes sense. Once again, they will not be there for Christmas. It's certain things like that that kind of make sense. Certain traditions I can understand you skipping, but other traditions that I don't really get. Things like apparently the whole block puts up Frosty the Snowman every year on the top of their houses. That's another tradition. Even the neighbors say, well, we'll put it up for you. And he says, no, we're not doing it. Why not? Why not just say, okay, fine, put it up. I mean, even if he didn't feel like putting it up, the neighbors would have done it for him. All they wanted was for him to give him the Frosty, and they would have put it up for him, done all the hard work. He would have had to just sit back and done nothing. It's things like that that I don't really understand why he said no to. Again, I understand why they did it in the movie, in the sense that it set up conflict and it made for very funny moments, and it really did work in the sense that it made the movie funny. But at the same time, I couldn't help but think it just doesn't make any sense why he would not do this. Why would he skip doing something that doesn't hurt the holidays whatsoever, doesn't hurt what he's doing? And again, one of the big things he was trying to do was save money. He's going on this trip, which actually will save money. He won't be spending as much on Christmas. So maybe things like not buying Christmas presents and stuff, I can understand that. He doesn't want to spend money on Christmas presents. He doesn't want to spend money on decorations. He doesn't want to spend money on certain things like that. Okay, I can understand that. But there's no money being spent on things like, for instance, putting the Frosty up. That wouldn't cost any money. And also the calendar, which does cost money. He had to pay for the calendar. Again, he will use that all year round. So even though they come around at Christmas time and it's sort of a Christmas tradition to buy the calendar during the Christmas season, he will still need that all next year. There's really no reason why he didn't buy it. So again, it's just weird little things like that that kind of bother me with this movie. But like I said, it set the movie up for very funny moments, and it was a great movie. Again, extremely funny, had great moments in it, and it's very heartfelt. At the end of the movie, you know, the Kranks realize, you know, what they've done, and everything just comes together. Their daughter actually comes home, and they have to quickly rush to get the whole house decorated and the party thrown together and dinner made, and the whole block helps out. And it's just a great kind of warm feeling of an ending, which I, of course, love in a great Christmas movie. So I would highly, highly recommend checking this one out if you've not seen it, because it is definitely a Christmas classic. So that's it for what I bought when I watched today. Definitely got some great titles today from my local thrift store, and also that one great set from my local Goodwill. And also watching Christmas with the Kranks, it's great. In my mind, 100% a Christmas classic that everybody should see every year. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to go build some more shelves. See ya.